Hey Wolfpack, it's your Alpha. Listen guys, we all have a deep need for acceptance and validation, to be loved and treated with respect and honor, for our opinions, thoughts, and ideas to matter to someone, for our voices to be heard and our work to be meaningful. From the time we are children growing into adulthood, we somehow create within our minds that for some reason, the people who have accepted and loved us for who we are have decided that our opinions and feelings don't really matter anymore. That somehow they stopped wanting to spend time with us and listening to our problems, therefore they stopped understanding us. This causes so much harm to our self-image and growth. The thoughts of rejection from the people who we consider to be the closest to us begin to wound our self-value and worth, and the time spent weighing down on the problem begins to fester that wound. As kids, different things happen that might begin the wheel of self-destruction. For a lot of us, it can be in isolation. In isolation, there's nobody that can help you, and you're left to die in your problem solving that victimizes your self-value. Things like, my friends don't call me because they don't like me, or I don't want to bother my parents with my problems because they won't understand my feelings anyway. As a kid, you might not have the skills needed to actually be an optimistic person and create a completely rational or constructive reason as to why the environment around you has changed so suddenly. However, this is completely normal. That happens to all of us growing up. The abnormal thing is to actually learn how to build your self-confidence at a young age. Nobody expects you to understand what you're going through, so they try to help you. As kids, we don't understand the concept of trust between us and our parents. We think that when we begin to tell them about our problems, they'll turn it down in some way or another, so why bother? First of all, it's important to recognize our parents' efforts in raising us where it's due, because it's not easy in the journey to learning the tools your child needs in order for them to grow up self-confident. For single parents, this is an extremely difficult task. Learning to find self-validation is a long and weighing journey, but there is no reason to be impatient with yourself. Parents are there to guide and support you, at the very least point you to someone who can. If you want to have self-validation, the first thing you need to do is kick down any thoughts that invalidate your feelings or opinions. You have every right to complain, feel sad or upset or confused about anything. These are all natural human emotions that everyone feels at some time, and as we grow, we will learn to take responsibility for them and learn to use them constructively. If you know the idea of cause and effect, you know about actions and reactions. If something happens to you, the only thing that is absolutely in your control is your reaction to it. Your goal for growing into an adult, you know, is to have control over your own life. And one of the things you need to control is how you react positively to a seemingly negative or confusing outcome. Anything that have the potential to invalidate your self-worth needs to be excluded from your mind and your thoughts and replaced with a rational and positive outlook on yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am validated. My feelings matter. It is okay that I am feeling this. I will understand more as time goes on. I will wait and gather more information on the way I am feeling, and I will respond in a positive and constructive manner that ultimately helps me to better myself for the future. And then accept yourself for who you are and where you are in your journey, because ultimately it is yours and nobody else's. And then give yourself a good pat on the back, because you're learning how to become a better self-valued adult. And that is a trait that not many people allow themselves to even have.